Right, get comfy because today, well, it's a good one. I am finally facing the music. I am so excited to be joining in on a collaboration. We are all working off Shannon Torrens' 100 Things to Declutter list. But keeping it real, I have way more than 100 things alone in just this one room. 100 things in one go is really overwhelming. So we've split it over 4 Fridays and we've broken each area into 25 items that you can declutter. So basically, you've got a whole month of me losing my mind to look forward to. There are 6 amazing ladies in this collab. I'm basically just hoping that they don't kick me out of this group when they see the state of my cupboards. But definitely go and check out the other creators that I have linked below. They are all at different stages in life, so there is something for everyone. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Sarah. I am a married mum of 3 teen boys. So yes, I am a total certified hot mess. If your house currently looks like you've been burgled by someone who only steals sanity, congratulations, you are in the right place. Now, for some of these categories, I've actually done a first pass before, which I will put into this video. But then there's the other area. Oh gosh, guys, the area where I broke the number one rule of decluttering, the area that nearly broke me, the area that I have been keeping secret for the past year. So make sure to stick around and I will share my dirty secret with you. Pots and pans. Now, guys, be honest with yourself because we all have that one pan or baking tray where the non-stick now sticks, and it is a nightmare to scrape off any burnt on food. Also, if you find yourself avoiding a specific pot or pan because it's a nightmare to clean or cook with, why is it still in your cupboard? Utensils and cutlery. So, do you have a drawer or a cupboard that jams because of the 12 potato mashers that you own? Or do you have 5 wooden spoons, but you only ever use the one that isn't burnt? It's time to say goodbye. Obviously, keep the ones that you use, but if it's melted or splintered, then it's gone. And cutlery. I'm actually surprised I still have a full set of knife and forks and spoons because usually the kids help me declutter these. Of course, they deny it, but we all know they throw them in the bin. Charger wires, plugs, and batteries. Now, in this house, a working phone charger is actually worth more than gold. It's it's a currency we trade in, so we get through them really fast. And guys, for every one charger that works, there's 3 that are broken. Or there's that charger that you have to hold at a specific angle just to get it to work. And for some reason, I've kept hold of every broken or dodgy one we've ever had. Uh, if you have to wiggle the wire for 10 minutes just to get 1% charge, it is not worth holding on to. Also, if you're like me and you have a mystery nest of old wires, um, for phones or appliances that we don't even own anymore, or we have no idea what they are for, just let them go. And if you're worried that you'll find yourself in a situation where you're looking for a wire, don't panic because you can buy such cheap replacements off of eBay or Amazon. Cleaning supplies. Guys, under the sink. Well, this is the only spot in this house that is 100% testosterone free. It's my responsibility. This whole situation under here is 100% on me. Since the boys don't know what furniture polish is, so Yeah, throwing myself under the bus. I am taking out all the miracle cleaners that didn't work. I am also sorting through the vases and the candles. I'm keeping the two vases because I do actually use them, and the same for some of the candles. But if you have candles that are burnt down or you don't like the scent, then get it gone. And kitchen towels, if they are stained and tatty or have mystery holes, or you just don't reach for them anymore, then again, get them gone. I am reclaiming this cupboard so I can actually find the bleach when I need it. Another item that you can look at is laundry products. Be honest. Do you hoard washing powders or dryer sheets that you don't like the brand or the smell? No, just me then. Seriously though, if you do, I am sure that you have a friend or a relative that will use it. Get it gone. Other items that could be hiding out under your kitchen sink that you can just go through and see if you have a place for them in the home. Light bulbs and torches, matches and lighters. When I decluttered my light bulbs, I realized that I had about 6 bulbs to a specialist lamp that I didn't even own anymore. So that was a quick and easy win. I was able just to put them out and not worry about it, and it gave me back that valuable space. Well, so I could add more light bulbs to it, but that's not the point. The point is I said goodbye. So this cupboard is looking so much better, and I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. And guys, it I don't mind going in there anymore. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I am the type of personality where it'll probably be back to pretty much the same state in a week or so, but it should be better because there's less in there. Another area you could look at is your fine china. Now, I will be honest with you, I don't own any. I don't have a fancy family heirloom passed down through the generations, and I definitely don't have special occasion teacups hidden away somewhere. In this house, if it is not dishwasher safe, and capable of surviving a house full of boys, it doesn't live here. So that's a very easy check off of the list for me. But going straight back to the real life chaos of this cupboard here, which is a lovely mix of water bottles and mugs that my husband has a very strong attachment bond to. But they look awful on my open shelving, so they hide out in here. Another item to look through is drinking glasses. Now, in my house, they never seem to last long enough, so I never need to declutter them. The water bottles, however, are the bane of my existence. My kids lose them at school, so I don't purchase them anymore. And this may be controversial, but they just have to make do with bottled water now. I am not spending money for them to leave them on the bus or at school. Now, looking at this drawer, it actually looks like I've got my life together. The dividers are in, it's tidy, and it looks organised. But guys, it's a total lie. It is just organized clutter, clutter that has nowhere else to live. Your clutter drawer may look different to mine. You could have an abundance of pens, crayons, markers, and if you do, definitely do a scribble test with every single one. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, Life is too short to keep pens that don't work. Also, get rid of any old tape that isn't sticky anymore. And you might have notebooks in your clutter drawer, the ones where you've only used a couple of pages or you've filled them up. Get them gone. So, next up is expired food. I'm in the spice drawer. This is the quickest way to find clutter you didn't even know you had. I am checking every single jar for that expiry date. And let's just say some of these spices, well, they were older than my children. If it's expired or if I bought a random herb for one specific recipe that I used 3 years ago and never touched it since, it's going. So, here is a quick overview of the progress so far. This is everything that will be leaving my kitchen or be put in their rightful place. So moving on to the pet stuff. Now, I'm looking through this basket and I am pretty sure my cats have more toys than my kids ever did. I've got feather wands, mice, and jingly balls that they only ever play with at 3 a.m. in the morning. I know for a fact that there's already 100 balls hiding out under the sofas. And I don't know why I have these post surgery donuts and cones here. Um, because her surgery was 4 months ago, so it is time to put them away. Okay, take a deep breath with me. You're going to need it. So we've done the pots and pans, cutlery and utensil. We've tackled wires and chargers. We've sorted through the cleaning cupboard, and I'm feeling pretty good. But now we have to talk about the elephant in the house. Specifically, the elephant living under my stairs. Do you guys remember last year? I I was so proud. I did the video, I sorted the piles, and I felt like I had my life together. But I committed the cardinal sin of decluttering. I didn't put the bags in the car. I didn't drive them to a charity shop. I just tucked them back under here just for a minute. But that minute turned into a year. And apparently, clutter is highly fertile because, guys, it's multiplied. Yeah, look at this. 2025, Sarah. What were you thinking? Oh, guys, it honestly, it's like the bags invited their friends over for a sleepover and they just never left. And because you've seen how small my kitchen is, this space has also become the graveyard for my kitchen gadgets and tablecloths. So, next up on the list to go through are your kitchen gadgets and your tablecloths. I've got linens that I never use and gadgets. I couldn't even tell you what they are for. My husband is the gadget buyer. Ironic, really, as I'm the one that does most of the cooking. In this cupboard, I am also hoarding kitchen appliances. So I have a soda stream, a waffle maker, and a bread maker, none of which have seen the light of day for years. They are just sitting in here, gathering up dust and taking up prime real estate, whilst I am struggling to find a spot for the things that I actually use. So, it is time to be real with myself. If I haven't made a loaf of bread or fizzy water since 2021, guys, I am not going to start today. I broke rule number one and now I am paying the price. This isn't just a second pass, this is a rescue mission. If you have ever needed a reason to actually drive the stuff out of your house the second you bag it, this is your sign. Don't be like me. Don't let your clutter have babies. We are getting it out today with no excuses. And if it doesn't make it into the boot of my car by the time I hit upload on this video, you guys have my permission to unsubscribe. No, really, don't do that, please, because I actually need the moral support, but you get the point. As I'm putting the items back, I am being really, really intentional about using clear storage because in a house with, well, myself, three boys, and a husband, if something is hidden at the back of a dark cupboard, it might as well be on the moon. We will not find it. We will buy another one and we will be right back at square one. I am using these clear bins so there just are no excuses. I've I was also rethinking where things live. Now, I used to just throw things in here to get them out of sight, but that is how we've ended up with a bread maker that's been living tenant free under my stairs for 10 years. So now I'm keeping real prime estate for the stuff I use occasionally, like the soup maker and the cast iron pans. I know it seems like, well, just stuff, but honestly, looking at these organized boxes, it makes me feel so much calmer when the house is full and noisy and there's just energy everywhere. Having just one cupboard where the kids cannot undo my progress within 30 seconds feels like a huge win. And also, let's talk about the guilt of letting go, because putting these items into boxes to be donated actually, for me personally, felt good. That soda stream isn't mocking me anymore. It's going to someone that will actually use it. I'm not just clearing my cupboards, I'm clearing my head. It makes the rest of the 100 item challenge feel doable. If I can conquer this stairwell of shame, I can definitely handle the kids' rooms next week. I'm saying that confidently. I can definitely handle the kids' rooms next week. And guys, that is it. Week one is officially done. Oh, my kitchen can finally breathe, and more importantly, so can I. Don't forget to head down to the description box and check out the other amazing ladies. It's been so motivating seeing how everyone else is tackling their 100 items, and I would love for you to go and give them some support. Next Friday, we are moving out of the kitchen. Oh, and onto the clothing and the bedrooms. Now, given the testosterone levels in this house, you know you are in for a treat. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the madness. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me on my chaos today. And I will love to see you all in the next one. Much love.